Okay, I think we can start, okay? So
Yeah.
I'll go into presentation mode. Okay, so welcome everyone. This is the opening of the Performance 2020 conference. I am Danilo Ardagna, and I've been honored to serve as general chair for the conference this year. So the initial plan actually was to meet you in Milan. I have been studying in Milan. I've spent all my career actually in Milan, but unfortunately, given the time we are living, we decided during the summer, in the middle of the summer, to move to an online format because at the time was risky because there were a lot of uncertainties, and unfortunately nowadays we are really living the second wave of the COVID-19 disease wave. So the conference will run as follows. We have a mixed mode during the session. So we will play actually the videos of the authors which the authors prepared, and these on one side to minimize actually the technical risk, the disconnection on the author side. But later on, we will run into a live Q&A session. And so during the session, we welcome you to, we invite you actually to use the Slack channel because Slack will provide a permanent chat during the conference, while vice versa, WebEx has just a temporary chat during the meetings. And we would like you to use the Slack channel also after the author presentation in a way that the discussion on the author's work can continue also even after the conference. Moreover, at the end of the sessions, we will create some breakout rooms in a way that you can ask to join one author and to have a discussion up to, during the break, as we do usually during the live conferences. Anyway, that you can really discuss the author work. So before continuing, let me share my screen because I want to introduce where are the things in a way that this is clear for everyone. So this is actually the protected page where you can find the technical program. Here you have this link, the first link, which is the one used now to connect to this session. We will always use during all sessions of the main conference. Vice versa, for what concerns the tutorials and the workshop that actually will run all in parallel. The tutorial will start today while the workshops are on Friday. You see here the link to connect to this specific separate session, separate event, let me say. The first link here is the link to Slack, and Slack actually, as we will see, is very, very easy. If you click this link, then you don't even need to install an app for using Slack, and actually you will jump in this through the browser in this website, and here you can really pick the session you like, and then you really start typing directly your questions, your comments to the author's work, and so on. So this will be very easy without actually requiring any installation, any additional things. So I would like to start thanking a lot of people who worked with me and helped me in making the conference this year. So my really first thanks go to the TPC chairs, so to Pete, to Dinidi, to Jim, who really helped me a lot in setting up the program. Actually, as you will see, we have a very strong technical program, and I'm very happy they complemented each other, and also I learned a lot working with them, and personally I really grew during the preparation of the conference. I would like to thank also Zhenhua Liu, who is our publication chair. He's also, he's taking care of the proceeding of the conference, and also for helped for the follow-up for the special issues that will follow the publication of your short paper with extended abstract that actually are provided here. I would like to thank also the workshop chair and the tutorial chair, so Luana and Marco from the University of Southern California, and also Michela and Marco Mellia from Polytechnic of Turin. We have also the satellite event have a very strong contribution, in my opinion, so I'm really grateful to them. And also I want to thank all the publicity chairs because changing the format, going online, of course, requires some extra effort than usual to send out the changes for the conference format and so on and so forth. I would like also to thank some people whose work is not evident this year because of the online format, but we had some travel grant chairs. I want to have a special mention to Anton, because he helped me be in touch with the National Science Foundation. We tried actually to have some budget to fund the student travel grant. So he spent a lot of time in these, and I hope that really, even if unfortunately we cannot have travel grant this year, this will be an option for the next year. I would like also to thank the local people, Sonia and Maria, who really helped me with the finance, with setting up even the social event and so on. And special thanks also to web chairs, because also moving in an online format required some extra effort to setting up all the rooms, creating the links, uploading the PDFs and so on. So they really did a huge work on that. Then I would like really to thank Mark, because our community really is really spending a lot of time in organizing the conference every year, actually, in the last year. So I really thank Mark for his guidance. I thank also Giuliano, because we used to be PhD students together here at Politecnico, but we used to be also colleagues in projects, and as part of the Sigmatrix committee, we were in touch to discuss, because at some points we were evaluating the possibility to host here some Sigmatrix session in Milan, but unfortunately this couldn't happen. And finally, I would like to also to thank Urzi, because he used to be the general chair in 2018, which is the last European edition of the conference. And he's also helping me a lot in the steps I have to follow for making Performance 2020 happen. Thanking Urzi linked me to the next slide, which introduces actually the satellite events, because Urzi will introduce a tutorial on load balancing and redundancy, and this will be in the next after session 1. We have actually 3 tutorials, one on reliability and availability by Professor Trivedi and Professor Andrea Bobbio, and another one, a very interesting one on AI by Pedro Casas, which focus is actually the application of AI for the resource management of communication networks. The tutorials actually will be open for free to all PhD students. We make these available to every PhD students, because we would like to attract new students studying our disciplines, actually. The tutorial, as I said, will follow after session 1, while another satellite event are the workshops. We have 3 workshops on, again, on AI applied for resource management of network and distributed systems. And I would like to thank the workshop chair, who are Luca, Gili, Danilo, and Abhishek. And then we have a second workshop on cryptocurrency analysis, and the workshop chair are Katinka Walter and William Nottevelt. And finally, we have one workshop on the performance and modeling of energy system, which is run actually by Professor Omid Almakarian. The workshop will run on Friday, actually. As an additional event that will run on Friday, we have organized the Meet the Star event where PhD student, the goal is that PhD student attending our conference, even without presenting a paper, can get feedback by expert and reference researcher in our area, in our community. So they will have the opportunity to have separate meetings with Dr. Naresh Patel and Professor Amy Ward, which are our keynote speaker, which are scheduled tomorrow and on Thursday, and then can also have the opportunity to meet Moore and Don, which are very well-known researcher in our field. The registration is still open, so if the PhD student want to meet our expert, can really register. We'll close the registration page on Wednesday night in a way that we can schedule their meeting with these people. I think, yeah, that's all from my side, Peter. You can start sharing from your side, I think.
Okay, thanks very much, Danilo. It's looking like a good conference coming up. So I'll just say a few words about the technical program, the content that we've got in the main program.
You should. Did you start?
I'm not down as, yes, I did. I'm not down as muted.
No, you are unmuted, but I cannot see your. I know I have to stop sharing, and yeah, you can start sharing now. You should start your sharing now.
Yeah, it's not letting me share.
Let me check. Yeah, now you're a presenter.
Okay, now I can share.
Yeah. Okay, we see, yeah, and then, I mean, you can go in presentation mode, go a few slides.
Huh?
Yeah, we see already the best paper awards slide, so you can select the...
Yeah, that's not in the right place.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we left off, right?
Yeah, and then go into presentation mode maybe to maximize, right? Thank you. Okay. Great.
Okay, so now taking up my whole screen now, so that's fine. Good. Okay, so I hope everybody can hear me now and see. So I'll say a few words about the technical program. So we're talking about the main program. I'm not going to talk about tutorials or anything any more about that. A few more details about the technical program and how it was put together. So we actually had 102 submissions, which is brilliant to break the 100 mark. Because the conference, this performance series is now growing again nicely. So we had 102 submissions and reviewed through the usual double-blind review process that we share with Sigmetrics. And over 95% of the papers got 3 reviews each from PC members. There were just a few exceptions, and there were no conflicts, or if there were even any doubt, then it was considered carefully at the PC meeting. So it's a thorough review, in other words. And we selected 24 full papers out of those 102, which is a 23.5% acceptance rate, which is very respectable for a high quality conference. We also accepted 8 short papers, which were submitted as short papers, were typically in a less mature state, but very often with quite thought-provoking. So, and these are no exception. The proceedings of the conference will be in an ACM performance evaluation review issue in December, which, as it says, will appear in the digital library end of the year, by the end of the year. And of course, the authors know about publication in journals as well, most of them in the journal PEVA, but some have chosen other journals as well. So the topics that we got, a really good wide range of topics this year. So these ones near the bottom on capacity planning, resource allocation, and then stochastic modeling, etc. They're the traditional. That's the traditional content for performance conferences. But we've had a lot of application areas as well. Network economics is quite popular, and we've even got, I think, some papers on either 1 or 2 on blockchains and cryptocurrency. And then storage systems has always been quite popular as well, but energy efficient computing is also a separate topic that we can consider, which is also very trendy and important these days. So in terms of diversity of authors, we can see the diversity of topics. Well, the authors come from 5 continents, so 29, I think it was, different countries from all of these places in the world. So you can see that the density of publications is reflecting the density of the blue. This is all, I think Danilo, or correct me if I'm wrong, I think this all comes from EasyChair, which is a really useful feature. So there you can see that a lot from traditionally we have a lot from North America. There's now a lot more from China, which is good to see. And then there's quite a lot in other countries as well, but which look maybe a little bit underemphasized there. But it's a good range of broad spread of topics, authors, and geographical sources. So in fact, there were actually 82 authors. That's what I forgot to say. I just looked that up. That's in down here, 82 authors, which is good for the number of papers. That's an average of a bit under 3 per paper, and so 82 authors involved is very nice to see. The technical program is here. You can look it up yourselves. I won't spend a lot of time on it now, going through it in detail. Obviously, we are here in the opening, and we'll have caching and then tutorials. I will point out when the keynotes are. So we've got the first keynote tomorrow morning after 2 papers. So we have 2 papers and then a keynote. The keynote will be coming up to about what time? 5 o'clock Italian time?
No, will be, I think,
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock Italian time
3 o'clock.
and 9 a.m. New York time.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's one to remember. Again, I'll leave you to look up the other sessions. The second keynote speech is on Thursday, and that will be at the same time, 3 o'clock Italian. And they're both preceded. Both of the keynotes are preceded by 2 papers. There's a practical reason for that, which I think that's the main reason, is that these are both coming from America. Naresh Patel is speaking from California. I can't remember what state Amy's going to be from, but it's a long way west anyway. And so out of kindness to the keynote speakers, we made it a little bit later. And then Friday is it's workshops and the Meet the Star event. So the main conference that I'm talking about is all stop at session 10 here. Okay, we have another 2 special sessions to remember is we have 2 best paper awards. There's the best overall paper award by Rahul Vaz and Jaikrizan Nair. And that's in session 7. So if I go back, sorry, did I say session 7? I meant session 9. Session 9, that's in the stochastic models on Thursday. So that's right after the second keynote. And we also have the best student paper award, Konstantinos Saikas and Javed Gaderi, which is on session 6. That's on Wednesday in the afternoon, Milan time. So that one's here, the middle session on Wednesday. So congratulations to those authors. Don't know if they're listening now or not, but well done. And it's something not to be missed by everyone that can possibly make it. So we have thanks as well. Now, our thanks concur with what Danilo, the people Danilo thanked, because we appreciate their efforts as well. We could see the results, even though we couldn't see what a lot of them were actually doing. But we're actually particularly grateful and appreciate the work that Danilo himself has done. He's actually performed exceptionally. He's not just done the job of a general chair. He's presided over the conference and the organisation of the conference, but it's not just been delegated. He's done a lot of the work as well that would often be delegated. He certainly helped us as programme chairs a lot in the day-to-day activities that programme chairs have. So thanks very much, Danilo. It's been great working with you. We also would like to mention the help of Mark Squilanti. I think that's already been covered, but he's done a lot. He's guided the process, the reviewing process a lot. And where we've forgotten a few things, he's reminded us. He's never told us what to do. He's always made a point not to tell us what to do, but he points out ways that things could be done differently, and then we realise that that's the way we should do it anyway. So, well, they're very tactful, Mark, and really, really effective, and it's contributed a lot to the quality of this conference, which I hope after it's finished you'll all agree it was a very good conference. So finally, it's we're going to talk about we're just going to mention the conference next year, and it's a pleasure to hand back to Danilo, because it's great news that he's actually going to be organising next year's one as well, which we hope will be where it was always meant to be this year. So back to Danilo.
Okay, thank you, Pete. Also for your nice words. So actually, I really would like. I asked and I got. It's from the HiFi working group. Actually, yeah. Okay, Pete. Okay. And so we will. We really hope to be able to host in person the conference next year in Milan. Actually, I'm in depth with this conference because I attended performance in 2002 in Rome, and there actually I met Mark, and I met the IBM manager that gave me the opportunity to actually he hosted my internship the 1 year later at IBM, and at that time I really I learned a lot. Actually, what I learned during my internship, thanks to performance, this is still the core of my research, and is important in my career. So I really hope that the conference this year, even if it is a bit more complicated, and also, but actually the opportunity to meet each other the next year will be a great opportunity for our PhD students, for the students in our community. And I would like that what I got from performance, they will get actually in a way that this will be really important for their career too. So I think this closes our presentation, and probably we can jump in session 1. So I will start the recording now. Sid, are you going to share